Welcome everyone to the Pitch In for the Kitchen event benefiting Minnesota Central Kitchen. I am Allison O'Toole, the very proud CEO of Second Harvest Heartland. We're so excited you're with us tonight, and I know you'll enjoy the program. Minnesota Central Kitchen has been one of the brightest lights during some of our darkest days. Hunger's never been closer to any of us right now. 1 in 9 Minnesotans, including 1 in 6 Minnesota kids, doesn't know where their next meal is coming from. And that's sure a sobering fact right now that we face and that we'll face into the future. I hope you're proud tonight. I hope you're inspired by this story of Minnesota Central Kitchen and the hospitality community coming together to make this all happen. And I can't wait for you to hear the story straight from the mouths of the people working on it every single day. Our founding partners are Chowgirls Catering. They were at the table right from the beginning, as were a number of other chefs in this great city and metro area, and Loaves and Fishes, one of our longtime partners, led by my good friend, Kathy Mays. And we're making it happen. The results we've achieved for this community in the last year are amazing. This team is unstoppable. We've served and distributed over 1.3 million meals. We've rescued over 1.4 million pounds of food. We have 9 kitchens up and running right now. We are unstoppable. And that's thanks to all of you for stepping up and sticking with us. And we need you to keep sticking with us. When we look back on this year, that's been so hard for us. I know our kids, our grandkids, my nephews, neighborhood kids are going to ask all of us what we did to help this community when the world fell apart. And when I think about the last year, I know we're all going to have a good answer because we've stuck together. We have not stopped for 1 second serving this community, and we've worked together to feed our hungry neighbors and to make sure that people got the food they needed, where they needed it, and were able to stay safe and healthy during this horrific year. So I am just so thrilled to be able to celebrate the first anniversary of Minnesota Central Kitchen with all of you. It is truly with great pride that we come here to ask for your continued support. And I am so excited to pass the mic to my good friend, the executive chef at Chowgirls Catering, Liz Mullen. She's got amazing energy and amazing commitment to this community. So Liz, take it away.
Thanks, Allison. I'm Liz Mullen, Executive Chef. Welcome to Chowgirls. A year ago today, we started our first meals for MCK, and we couldn't be more excited that this program has continued. When you come into Chowgirls, we always welcome everybody, and we make sure that you're safe to come and be with our crew. The first thing that we really wanted to do is make sure that we kept everyone that came to do this work as safe as possible. So when you come in, you come wash your hands and you'll get checked in by our amazing check-in person, Jeff, and he will go through our set of questions and take my temp.
See what we got here, 94.0, looking good.
A year ago, we were about to celebrate our 16th anniversary of Chowgirls and have a big party. And we had to cancel it the day of because of COVID. And we had a lot of food left over. And usually here at Chowgirls with our leftover food, we have used the Meal Connect program through Second Harvest. That is where we are able to donate leftover food to a lot of different organizations, and then they can use the food. So a year ago, I reached out to my friends at Second Harvest and said, we have all this great food left over, but we also have a really big kitchen and a lot of people that are about to be out of work, and we want to be here for our community, and what can we do? And Second Harvest jumped on that. They found a distribution partner with Loaves and Fishes, and we started making meals to go out a year ago today. And we've been making meals ever since. And now we'll head back into the kitchen. Come on. This is my red-headed warrior, chef de cuisine, Ari Baker-Kern, the woman that makes it all happen. So, welcome to our kitchen. Yes.
We really don't throw much away at all. Stuff shows up and they're like, oh, it's kind of on the edge, like it's kind of turning, you know, we're not sure if you want it or not. And I'm like, let us figure it out. Because chances are we can salvage it, we can make it into something before, and we'd rather it go to somewhere than get thrown away. So this is Connor, this is our lead MCK chef. He's been with us from the very beginning. In fact, Friday is his 1-year anniversary. And he is cooking off, so this is a Skuna Bay salmon, and he's gonna put it with some early spring vegetables. I think we've got some black Spanish radishes. So that'll be a great meal for one of our safe zone places. He's also gonna be doing some Thousand Hills beef, you'll see there too, which is gonna go with a curried rice, cabbage, mushrooms. Yeah, making a balanced meal.
Being in food service and in hospitality, we've always been wanting to feed people. That is our joy. And this was a new way for us to make food for people that really need it. And not just any food, it's food with a purpose. So it's food that would otherwise be thrown away, and also being able to support our local agriculture.
We get a lot of weird stuff, and sometimes we don't always know what we're gonna do to it, but we pretty much say yes to everything. We've gotten pallets and pallets of avocados that have, you know, maybe a day left in their life cycle that we had to go through. We had a guy show up with like a semi-truck of tomatoes at like 9 p.m. one night out of nowhere as an absolute surprise, and was like, heard you guys take food. So yeah, we'll take pretty much anything.
COVID has affected so many people and so many industries. Farmers last year didn't know where food was gonna go. MCK became a place that they could sell or give their food that would have otherwise gone to waste. Here we are over a year later, thinking back to the beginning and thinking about the future of MCK. We're asking for everyone to pitch in for the kitchen for our community. With over 1.3 million meals made from this past year, thousands of meals going out to our community, with over 50 distribution partners getting those meals into the hands of those who need them. We need your help to continue this work and make sure that our community is taken care of.
We know that, you know, the community needs food, and I think we've taken it for granted. And COVID gave people a reason to go ask for help. When we opened up this community center, food was the last thing on my mind. And once we started it, it became the most popular thing. So we served 36,000 meals here. And we didn't really think much of it till COVID hit. And all the families started to call us and say, hey, we normally get fed over there. So what are we gonna do now? So we started to then call Second Harvest and said, come here and get the food. And that line turned from 40 families to 100 families to 300 families. So we know that there's a need in the community. And you know, one of my favorite things about some of these partnerships is it's healthy food and food rescue. And we're supporting our farmers, right? By making sure with stadiums closed and movie theaters closed, that food is being delivered here or to kitchens, Minnesota Central Kitchen. So we're employing chefs, keeping the economy going, and using stuff to make healthy products so we can all eat. We're here celebrating 1 year since COVID, 1 year since our partnership with Second Harvest and MCK Kitchen. So a great partnership. We've been able to feed a lot of families as we reopen our community center to the public. Food's been a big part of what we do, so come on inside with me. We're gonna come down the hall and tell you the story about how things got started here. There's a lot going on. Obviously, we have basketball in the gym, we have classes, schools. One thing normally is we normally serve 40,000 meals to the public here, so we know that food's really important. And through the pandemic, we had to find a way to feed our families that weren't here. So this partnership really let us deliver some meals. So as you see, these kids and their families get meals. They come here, they study, they have supervision. COVID's been challenging, but we're all doing it together. Right, everybody? Yeah. We're on our best behavior today? Yeah. We're on our best behavior every day though, because I know you guys are incredible. You know, it's back, right? You know, through our partnership has helped us get through this year. and we're finally getting to be normal. So we're so grateful to Second Harvest and MCK, Minnesota Central Kitchens, because it allowed us to get here. Like, we're trying to celebrate because we're opening, right? People are playing. So we're lucky and blessed. And so we're gonna go back to the front. So like today's food is gonna go to the East Side Elders and the Northeast Side Seniors. So really concentrating on the data to say who's not getting served. Again, by populations, we're not getting served. And now we found out the elderly weren't getting served. So we're trying to get in those communities to make sure we can deliver it, because they're homebound. They may not be able to transport themselves, and they're a high-risk population with the COVID. So we're doing that. And lucky for us, we have some great chefs we're working with. And I got my list here. I think today's meals are going to be made from the Child Girls and Eat for Equity and the Wedge. So, and obviously we partner, and whenever I can, I sneak some in from Chef David Fema, because he's my man. So we're happy working collaboratively, hitting the kids, as you see, the elderly, the high-risk population, the homebound. It's a great partnership. It's been a tough year, but we're celebrating, right? We're beating this together, thanks to Second Harvest, thanks to Minnesota Central Kitchen. 1 year, and things are starting to get back to normal. It's gonna be an incredible summer. So thank you, and help me in celebrating together the work that they've done to enable us to support the community together. Nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, James. This is the fridge where we keep all the food for the seniors. Our delivery day is actually on Wednesday. So we hold it over here overnight, and then we pack up with grocery bags on Wednesday and get them shipped out. We're Northeast Seniors for Better Living. We provide a lot of services for seniors so that they can stay in their homes, stay independent, and stay healthy. During the at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, we also started a food program to ensure that seniors were getting enough nutrition and enough food, and they didn't have to go to the grocery store as much.
In the last year, it's taken me all over St. Paul. I've been to neighborhoods that I would never have visited, met people. And one thing I get to see is the actual delivery of the food to the people, the actual handoff of the food. I get to see the smiles, and I get the thank yous. And it's, from my standpoint, it's interesting because there's 150 people that had a part of me getting that food into the hands of these people, but I'm the one getting the thank you and seeing the smiles. So I have to go back there and try to convey to them the impact they're having on the communities that they're serving.
Yeah, I think it's nice so that they don't have to do anything, right? And this is better food, that it's not like a microwave meal, right? That has a lot of salt, that's really high in fat, right? That's not a good thing to be eating on a regular basis. So this is actually a home cooked meal, essentially, that's already ready for them.
I think it's been very difficult, particularly, we've got a lot of people who are shut-ins. And this is where you guys are so important, because they can't get out. They don't drive. The other thing is that these folks don't have a smartphone. They don't have a computer. So communication is very difficult. That's why we do so many phone calls, to make sure people are still healthy and relatively happy, and that their home is safe.
Thank you so much, Child Girls and Sane Foundation, for your partnership, for preparing our meals and helping us distribute them to the community. My name is Emily Paul, and I am the director of Minnesota Central Kitchen here at Second Harvest. And I thank you so much for being with us this evening. So why do prepared meals matter? What does a prepared meal mean? A prepared meal means nutrition. A prepared meal means dignity. A prepared meal means someone else is looking out for you, and we have dinner ready for you. So the model for MCK is rooted in collaboration. Collaboration between our kitchens and us as the food bank, between our distribution partners and our kitchens, and really between our whole food system. MCK has succeeded because of its scale and scope. We have been able to provide more than 1.3 million meals in the past year because of the network and the scope that has been created. So what does the future hold for MCK? We are going to continue to respond to the needs of our community, whether that's family meals, meals for seniors, meals for school children, whether that's partnering with restaurant kitchens, catering kitchens, or a corporate kitchen at a corporate campus. Like we saw with Marge, meals are being distributed through partnership with organizations near and far within our community. We seek to innovate and foster new partnerships in order to ensure MCK meals are making their way out into our community, out state, as much as in the metro area to respond to the needs. So as we think about the future of MCK, what excites me the most is the ability to be responsive to what our community needs, whether that's culturally appropriate meals, halal meals, whether that's taking meals to seniors where they live in communal living or where they pick up meals each week. We want to make sure that the type of meal, the packaging all the way through how it is being distributed is really responsive to what the community needs. Over 60% of the inputs to our meals are recovered or sourced through Second Harvest as the food bank. As our chefs prepare to make MCK meals every week, they look to the inventory that Second Harvest has so thoughtfully curated and prepared. So whether that's protein, produce, dry goods, we want to make sure that every meal is as nutritious as possible and that we are utilizing our food recovery and donation sources to make every meal the most nutritious. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for being on this journey with us, the growth and evolution of MCK over this past year. Many of you are donors, supporters, champions of this work. We look forward to working with you as MCK grows in the year to come. So tonight, we're asking for your support. We're asking you to pitch in for the kitchen and consider making a contribution to the future of Minnesota Central Kitchen. All donations this evening will be matched by the Robert and Alice Strobel Foundation. So every dollar counts to move us toward our goal of ending hunger using Minnesota Central Kitchen meals as an important tool in this fight.